In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on January 28, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks versus Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets and Atlanta Hawks are set to face off on Tuesday in an NBA matchup at the State Farm Arena. This game promises to be an intriguing contest as both teams come into the game with contrasting recent form and momentum. The Houston Rockets have been performing exceptionally well, securing victories in 9 of their last 11 games overall. They are currently riding a 3-game winning streak, with their most recent triumph being a narrow 114-112 road win against the Boston Celtics last night. As a team, the Rockets shot 44% from the field and made 17 of their 41 attempts from the three-point line. Despite struggling to contain the Celtics early in the game and trailing by 12 points in the fourth quarter, the Rockets mounted a crucial 13-0 run to regain control of the game. The contest was ultimately decided by a game-winning shot from Thompson with just 1.1 seconds remaining on the clock. The Rockets have already defeated teams like the Cavaliers and Celtics, and they will face the Grizzlies, Nets, and Knicks in their upcoming games. On the other hand, the Atlanta Hawks have been enduring a rough patch, losing 9 of their last 13 games overall. They are currently on a 5-game losing streak, with their latest defeat coming against the Minnesota Timberwolves in a 100-92 road loss last night. The Hawks struggled offensively, shooting just 39% from the field and 12 of 43 from beyond the arc. They found themselves in an early 17-point hole due to the Timberwolves' defensive pressure, which forced them to play catch-up for the entire game. Despite a late surge in the fourth quarter, the Hawks were unable to overcome the deficit. The Hawks have recently lost to the Raptors and Timberwolves, and their next games will be against the Cavaliers, Pacers, and Pistons. In terms of injuries, the Rockets will be without Cam Whitmore due to illness, and they are monitoring Jalen Green, who is dealing with a head injury. Meanwhile, the Hawks have ruled out key players such as Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, and Larry Nance Jr., among others. The Rockets have emerged as one of the hottest teams in the league recently, and their confidence is sky-high following last night's hard-fought road victory over the Celtics. I have been supporting the Houston Rockets for quite some time now, and they continue to validate my faith in them. Over the past 3 weeks, the Rockets have secured impressive wins, including 2 victories over the Cavaliers, 2 over the Grizzlies, a road win against the Nuggets, and last night's thrilling road win over the Celtics. While the Rockets are still a relatively young team, their recent performances suggest that they may deserve to be considered as potential contenders. The only concern for the Rockets in this matchup is the possibility of a letdown following their emotional win last night. That said, the Hawks are in free fall, having lost 5 consecutive games, and they hold a disappointing 19-27 record against the spread this season. Additionally, the Hawks' struggles are compounded by the absence of Trae Young, whose continued unavailability significantly weakens their chances. I remain firmly on the Rockets bandwagon, as I have been for quite some time. Despite playing this game on 0 days rest, the Rockets are in a strong position to succeed. So the Houston Rockets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Houston Rockets are averaging 114 points per game on 45% shooting from the field, while allowing 108 points on 45.2% shooting by their opponents. They are shooting 34.4% from three-point range and 75.2% from the free throw line. Defensively, the Rockets are allowing opponents to shoot 36.3% from beyond the arc and are grabbing an average of 48.2 rebounds per game. The Atlanta Hawks, meanwhile, are averaging 115.8 points per game on 45.9% shooting from the field, while allowing 118.5 points on 47.6% shooting by their opponents. They are shooting 34.6% from three-point range and 77.5% from the free throw line. Defensively, the Hawks are allowing opponents to shoot 37.6% from deep and are averaging 45.5 rebounds per game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Lakers versus Philadelphia 76ers. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers are set to face off in a highly anticipated matchup on Tuesday, January 28th. This game holds significant importance for both teams as they look to continue their respective pushes in the standings. The Lakers currently hold a 26-18 overall record and are positioned in 5th place in the competitive Western Conference. They have been in strong form recently, winning 6 of their last 7 games. Their most recent victory came in a tightly contested game against the Charlotte Hornets, where Anthony Davis delivered a dominant performance, scoring over 40 points. On the other hand, the 76ers have struggled this season, hosting a 17-27 record. However, they have shown some signs of life by securing back-to-back wins, with their latest game taking place on Saturday. Both teams are dealing with significant injury concerns heading into this matchup. The Lakers remain shorthanded as Gabe Vincent and Rui Hachimura continue to be sidelined. Meanwhile, the 76ers are missing key players such as Paul George, Andre Drummond, and Joel Embiid. This game promises to be intriguing as the Lakers are playing the second game of a back-to-back and their third game in 4 nights, which could lead to fatigue. In contrast, the 76ers have the advantage of rest but are severely undermanned, missing 2 of their top 3 scorers. While Philadelphia will have the home court advantage, there are legitimate concerns about where their scoring will come from outside of Tyrese Maxey. Additionally, it will be worth monitoring whether the Lakers decide to rest Anthony Davis, LeBron James, or both, especially after recalling Bronny James from the G League to bolster their depth. Despite battling fatigue, the Lakers have been in strong form, while the 76ers have largely underperformed throughout the season. The Lakers have been solid when favored this season, posting a 13-12-1 record in such games. They have been playing some of their best basketball recently, winning 6 of their last 7 contests and climbing the Western Conference standings. Their most recent victory over the Charlotte Hornets was highlighted by Anthony Davis's incredible performance, where he scored over 40 points and grabbed more than 20 rebounds. Davis was virtually unstoppable in that game, and he is expected to carry that momentum into Tuesday's matchup. On the other hand, the 76ers continue to struggle with injuries, particularly in their front court. While Philadelphia has shown some improvement in recent games, the Lakers have demonstrated far greater consistency. The 76ers have also struggled against the spread this season, going 5-15 at home and 10-17 when labeled as underdogs. The Lakers are playing the second game of a back-to-back, which raises questions about their energy levels and potential injury management for key players like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. As of the time of this analysis, there are no updates on their availability, but it is assumed that the players who participated in the previous game will also play in this one. The Lakers have been on a roll, winning 6 of their last 7 games and steadily climbing the standings. While the 76ers have the advantage of rest, their roster is severely depleted, making it difficult to have confidence in their chances. Philadelphia has struggled against the spread recently, going 2-8 in their last 10 games and 16-28 for the season. These factors make it challenging to support the 76ers in this contest. Both teams are dealing with absences, but the 76ers are undoubtedly in a worse position due to the caliber of players they are missing. The Lakers, on the other hand, are in better form, healthier, and represent strong value given the current line. The advantage in this matchup leans toward the visiting Lakers, but it is crucial to keep an eye on the injury report leading up to tip-off. Barring any significant injury updates for the Lakers later in the day, this game should result in another victory for Los Angeles. So the Los Angeles Lakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their last 10 games, the Lakers have averaged 110 points per game while allowing an average of 108 points per game. During this stretch, they have gone over the total in 4 of their last 7 games. The 76ers, meanwhile, have surpassed the total in 5 of their previous 7 games. Despite their injury woes, Philadelphia has averaged 110.5 points per game over their last 10 contests. However, their defense has been a major issue as they have given up an average of 118 points per game during that span. The over has hit in 6 of the 76ers' last 10 games, while the total has been evenly split at 5-5 in the Lakers' last 10 games, reflecting their ability to win both high-scoring and tightly contested matchups. This game is expected to be an offensive showcase, as neither the Lakers nor the 76ers prioritize defense. The Lakers rank 19th in three-point defense, while the 76ers are among the worst in the league in defensive field goal percentage. With the Lakers potentially fatigued, the 76ers dealing with injuries, and both teams possessing capable offenses, this matchup is likely to be high-scoring. Given the 76ers' struggles to contain opposing offenses, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Utah Jazz versus Golden State Warriors. The 2024-2025 NBA season continues on Tuesday, January 28th, with an exciting Western Conference showdown taking place at the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. This matchup features the Utah Jazz squaring off against the Golden State Warriors, marking the second meeting between these two teams this season. Their first encounter occurred back in October, where the Warriors dominated the Jazz with a decisive 127-86 victory in Salt Lake City. Both teams are dealing with significant absences as they prepare for this game. The Jazz remain without Walker Kessler and John Collins, while the Warriors continue to miss the presence of Draymond Green on the court. Historically, the Warriors have had the upper hand in this matchup, winning 8 of the last 10 games against the Jazz. Utah's challenges are further compounded by the absence of Collins and Kessler, two key offensive contributors. Additionally, the Jazz have struggled with turnovers, ranking among the worst in the league in this category, while the Warriors sit comfortably in the top 10 for steals. Golden State's strength on the offensive glass and their ability to defend the rim effectively will likely pose additional difficulties for Utah. The Jazz enter this game on the second night of a back-to-back set, having endured a grueling travel schedule over the past few weeks. Fatigue could be a factor for Utah, especially considering their defensive struggles this season. The Jazz currently hold the second worst defensive rating in the NBA, allowing an average of 119 points per 100 possessions. This bodes well for the Warriors, who are coming off a strong offensive performance in which they scored 131 points against the Chicago Bulls last Thursday. Golden State should have no trouble finding their rhythm on offense in this matchup. Despite being one of the coldest teams in the league this season, the Jazz may have gained some confidence from their recent performance against the Milwaukee Bucks. Although they fell behind by double digits early in that game, Utah never gave up and fought until the end. On the other hand, the Warriors have been struggling to secure wins, even with the return of some key players from injury. Nevertheless, they enter this game as clear favorites, particularly given the Jazz's back-to-back situation. While the Jazz might be an intriguing option with the points, the Warriors are in desperate need of a victory and could get the job done if Andrew Wiggins and Stephen Curry deliver strong performances, as both players are overdue for standout games. I won't overanalyze this matchup, even though the Warriors haven't inspired much confidence recently, so the Golden State Warriors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Given Utah's defensive deficiencies, it's reasonable to expect the Warriors to surpass the 120-point mark in this game. Prior to Monday's game against the Bucks, the Jazz had allowed at least 123 points in 4 consecutive outings. Utah averages 99.1 possessions per 48 minutes, ranking 12th in the NBA, but they turn the ball over on 15.5% of their possessions, which is the worst in the league. These factors will likely lead to numerous easy scoring opportunities for the Warriors. Golden State is well equipped to capitalize on Utah's turnover-prone nature and will likely push the pace of the game. The Warriors rank 16th in the league in pace, averaging 98.9 possessions per 48 minutes, and are third in three-point rate at 46%. Their ability to force turnovers and convert them into fast break points will be a significant advantage. Additionally, Golden State's reliance on three-point shooting aligns well with their offensive strategy, and they should find plenty of open looks against Utah's struggling defense. The Jazz have now allowed more than 120 points in 4 consecutive games, highlighting their defensive vulnerabilities. However, the Warriors' defense hasn't been much better as they've struggled to contain opponents, particularly from beyond the arc. Utah's opponents are converting 57% of their two-point shots, while Golden State has been susceptible to giving up open three-pointers, a key component of the Jazz's offensive approach. This game could turn into a high-scoring affair as both teams exploit each other's defensive weaknesses, with the offenses finding their rhythm early and often. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Portland Trail Blazers. The Milwaukee Bucks, who currently hold a record of 26 wins and 18 losses, are set to take on the Portland Trail Blazers, who stand at 17 wins and 29 losses in a Tuesday night matchup. The Bucks are entering this game fresh off a victory against the Utah Jazz, while the Trail Blazers are looking to bounce back after a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder in their most recent outing. The Bucks are dealing with some roster challenges, as both AJ Green and Bobby Portis are sidelined due to injuries. On the other hand, the Trail Blazers are monitoring the status of Deander Ayton, who is listed as questionable for this contest. Despite playing on the second night of a back-to-back following their win over the Jazz on Monday, the Bucks are expected to be prepared and focused as they aim to secure a victory against the Trail Blazers on Tuesday. The last time these two teams met, just over 3 weeks ago, the Trail Blazers emerged victorious with a 105-102 win in Milwaukee. In that game, the Bucks struggled offensively, shooting only 43.2% from the field and 31.7% from beyond the arc, while Damian Lillard was held to just 16 points. However, Milwaukee has been performing exceptionally well on the offensive end in recent games, and with K.A. Tris Middleton back in the lineup, the team has been climbing the standings. Meanwhile, the Trail Blazers have shown signs of improvement this month, with 6 of their 17 wins coming in January. Despite this, Portland remains a young, inexperienced, and inconsistent team that has faced numerous injury issues throughout the season. Given the Bucks' superior talent and recent form, I anticipate a strong performance from Damian Lillard, who will be looking to make up for his underwhelming showing in the previous matchup against the Trail Blazers. The most recent encounter between these two teams took place on January 4th, when the Trail Blazers secured a 105-102 victory, largely thanks to a 28-point performance from Anthony Simons. While Portland has been in decent form recently and could potentially pull off a minor upset on their home court, the Bucks have been in an offensive rhythm, as demonstrated in their game last night. Although the Milwaukee Bucks are playing on the second night of a back-to-back, they have been performing at a high level, winning 8 of their last 10 games and showcasing some of their best basketball of the season. To maintain their position as a top 4 seed in the standings, the Bucks must continue to capitalize on favorable matchups like this one. On the other hand, the Portland Trail Blazers have quietly won 4 of their last 5 games and have covered the spread in each of those contests. However, they remain a team that is difficult to trust on a night-to-night basis, as they have had far more poor performances than good ones this season. Additionally, the Bucks will be motivated by revenge after suffering a surprising loss to the Trail Blazers earlier this month, despite entering that game as double-digit favorites. When comparing the two teams, the Milwaukee Bucks hold a clear advantage on both ends of the floor in this matchup, so the Milwaukee Bucks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Bucks have been on an offensive tear, scoring over 120 points in 6 of their last 7 games. Their all-star duo of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard has been dominant, with both players scoring 35 points apiece in their most recent game against the Jazz. Additionally, Milwaukee has been receiving significant contributions from their role players, further bolstering their offensive firepower. In contrast, the Trail Blazers have struggled defensively throughout the season and are unlikely to contain the Bucks' high-powered offense in this game. That said, Portland has shown improvement on the offensive end, with their young core playing with confidence and freedom. Anthony Simons and Sheedon Sharp, in particular, have continued to develop and are shooting the ball efficiently from the field. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.